really believe that these are the greatest Disney Channel stars that we have ever had the chance to experience and really bring to life for all of you, and that's why I've had so much fun. I know that there are people who often say on social media that fans of this new Disney generation will never know what it was like to grow up and have the privilege and the honor of being a true Disney fan. But you know something? I've often made the comparison that I would have loved the chance to have grown up and been your guys' age and to have the chance to experience something as powerful as Descendants of Zombies, just to feel how much of an imprint or an impact that it would have had on my heart. I have really had the time of my life being a part of this incredible journey with all of you, and ever since coming along for the ride, I've had the chance to meet so many incredible people that I know that I will never ever forget. That's the one thing you guys have always got to know about me is that I will never ever forget any of you for what you did for me on this YouTube channel. I have developed an emotional connection with every fan of Descendants of Zombies, all of the fans for over 10 years. And it's something that stayed intact with me. It is something that will forever and always remain because I think Descendants of Zombies is the one thing that's been constant for all of our lives and for all of us. Because no matter who we were, we all took something special away from the stories and the beautiful characters that had their stories told for the first time ever. And ever since seeing and hearing their stories for the first time ever, we were captivated by their fashion sense, by how strong they were, how beautiful the stories actually were about finding true love, even if it was between a girl and a zombie, which many of us saw and experienced for the first time ever with that Zed and Addison story that we never ever wanted to let go of, that we may have never wanted to say goodbye to. And I got to be honest, I truly know how it feels to be a true fan of Descendants of Zombies because just like you, I've never wanted to say goodbye, nor have I ever wanted to let go. So I've always presented the case and the idea of, why should we? Why shouldn't we just hold on to whatever has made us a fan of Descendants of Zombies and continue to believe in things that we are passionate about, like the music and the dolls and the t-shirts and the posters? Because many of us, no matter who we are, we have our favorite Descendants of Zombies poster put up right behind us in our room. And we are so passionate to put that on display for everybody to see in videos that we create, stories that we share of our own. Because no matter who we are, we all have a story about Descendants of Zombies and how we became a fan, how we discovered it. And ever since discovering it, I feel like I really had the chance to become a part of a soundtrack. Because ever since becoming a part of a soundtrack, I've had the chance to share with you my version of this story and tell you how Descendants of Zombies has truly made me feel. It's become the greatest honor of my life being a part of your journey and to become a part of your story, at least one chapter of your story anyway, because you were always fans of Descendants of Zombies and you always wanted somebody to say something nice about your favorite characters and really support them in ways that you always dreamed they should be. I think that we've all shown love and support for our stars because we've seen something special in them, and the one thing that we are excited about is the future. So as we continue to move forward, the least we can say is something nice about your favorite stars, about the music they have, the tours they have coming up, Descendants 5 and Zombies 5, which is going to happen, which is coming. I want you guys to know that Zombies 5 is coming. We just don't know when in 2027 this is going to drop. There is speculation that it could drop between July 21st and 25th of 2027, although that has yet to be confirmed. If you follow along with the release dates for Zombies in the past, it usually happens around July of the 2-year gap. So I think we do have a lot to be excited about. I think there are a lot of people who are going to be posting a lot of ridiculous rumors and theories about what could happen, names of different characters, suggestions for storylines, but what it comes down to is how much you believe in Descendants of Zombies. The one thing you will notice about these Descendants of Zombies videos is pretty much the majority of them are AI. It's pretty much pre-shot Descendants of Zombies footage thrown together to make a 30-second teaser that leads you on to believe that this is what's going to happen and what's going to come in Descendants of Zombies. I think what it comes down to is how passionate you are about coloring your favorite characters, how passionate you are about collecting the dolls and buying the tickets for the events, the meet and greets, the Worlds Collide tours, because you are what makes it so special, and I've never ever wanted any of you to forget that. The one thing that I've always wanted you to take away from every video that I've ever recorded is that I believe in Descendants of Zombies just as much as you. Now, while I may not have the Descendants of Zombies posters as part of my backdrop for my YouTube videos, which are coming in due time, I will eventually have them for you. And I've always wanted you to know that I'm very passionate about all things Disney, as you see from some of the posters that I have in this massive stuffy collection behind me. I've never been afraid to let the world know how I truly feel about something like Descendants of Zombies. And that's the thing. You should never be afraid to let anybody know how you truly feel about Descendants of Zombies and how it makes you feel, how it brings you that much closer to something so special, and how it makes you feel a part of something. I think there are so many people who have felt closer together and have felt a part of something because of Descendants of Zombies, and have really found their purpose in life. Because the one thing that I've seen Descendants of Zombies exemplify is power and strength. And what I mean by power and strength is that there are people out there who feel stronger all the time because of Descendants of Zombies, who are experiencing their own version of Kylie Control's power era. And as you experience your power era, that means that you're getting stronger and you're feeling more passionate about your goals and your dreams, which is something I've never wanted you to quit on and I've always wanted you to pursue. I never imagined that these videos would went on to be so well received and watched by thousands of people. You know, this YouTube channel statistically, according to the analytical system, puts up over 10,000 views every month. And that is a true number of true fans of Descendants of Zombies who are diehard about this show. And if you're diehard about this show, then all I've ever wanted to do is give you something special to believe in and something to hold on to about your favorite characters. Because undeniably, characters such as Ed and Addison would go on to hold a very special place in our hearts for many people. And because it would go on to hold a very special place in our hearts for many people, I wanted to say something nice about them because I saw strength and I saw power, and most of all I saw dedication in their story about how a girl was kind of struggling with acceptance. A zombie was also struggling with the same thing, and that's what brought them closer together and made them realize that, hey, we've got a chance to make this work. We've got a chance to spend the rest of our lives together. And I think people felt encouraged by that. And I didn't want to criticize that. That was the one thing I didn't want to be a part of, were critical reviews of Descendants of Zombies. Because I remember reading those reviews and feeling really let down about how people felt about it. You know, I was going on Rotten Tomatoes, I was on IMDb every night, and I was reading probably 50 reviews a night about Descendants of Zombies, kind of skimming down through them. And as I was skimming down through them, I was like, can't we just give this a chance? Because this was really a beautiful story that was captivating millions of people, that had beautiful music to kind of coincide with it. Because I remember being a fan of franchises like High School Musical and even Lemonade Mouth. I don't think it was until Lemonade Mouth came out that Disney was trying to incorporate powerful music with powerful stories, because High School Musical, I never remembered it having a powerful story. It was pretty much just about two girls, a guy and a girl who pretty much fell in love, and a bunch of girls who were trying to achieve a dream that never really made a whole lot of sense. It was pretty much a franchise that pretty much had success because of music. It was never a franchise that had success because of both music and a powerful story. I think Descendants of Zombies really became the first of its generation, where you had a powerful story and a powerful script that really allowed it to come to life, and so many wonderful people took something special away from it. I think that no matter who we are, we've all taken something special away from this story, and we've all felt closer to Descendants of Zombies than ever before. I don't care who you are. You have a favorite character from Descendants of Zombies that has made you feel a part of this really unbelievable story that's been truly breathtaking. I don't care who you are. You all have a favorite song and a favorite moment. And you should never be afraid to showcase what your favorite moments are and who your favorite character is. Now, many of you have done it. In a lot of videos that you post on your social media pages, you have video clips of Descendants of Zombies. You've created your own videos with video editing programs like CapCut. And I've really found time in appreciating that. I really have, because it shows how much of a diehard fan you were. It's really Descendants Zombies or die or go home, go big or go home. And that's all I've ever wanted to be a part of, is something huge for this franchise, because I saw something special in the story and I wanted to feel more captivated about it than ever before. I never imagined that this YouTube channel would have went on to be seen by over 128,000 channel views and over 4,000 people who would eventually hit my subscribe button, because I pretty much am just like all of you. I'm nobody famous. I've had fame follow me everywhere I've went. You know, people have come to know me over the years for the things that I've reviewed, such as Twilight, Harry Potter, what have you. But I've never really had this much fame or this much recognition, because Descendants of Zombies allowed me the opportunity to truly become a part of something special and to feel most of all as if you were part of something special. I think that no matter who you are, you all have a favorite character because you were captivated by the fashion, you were captivated by the music, and that's what made this so special for me was, reviewing songs like Red and Life is Sweeter When You Are, which I thought was really a bubblegum type song. I can't even tell you how many times Life is Sweeter When You Are was that one song that was stuck in my head. Before that, it was Rotten to the Core. You always had that definitive Descendants of Zombies song that always brought you back to the very first moment that you realized being a fan of Descendants of Zombies was cool. And I had a chance to experience that and be a part of that with all of you. I remember when Rotten to the Core was first released and every social media personality was trying to review it. Everybody was throwing up a reaction video for it, or personalities like Ryan and Kelly from Ryan and Kelly were trying to make sense of this music video, and I was thinking to myself, they're reviewing it because they have to, because it's a Disney produced show and Disney pretty much wants you to talk about Descendants of Zombies. I think that the people who should be talking about Descendants of Zombies who are the people who have hurt for Descendants of Zombies, to encourage you that things like the Worlds Collide Tour have a chance of being the biggest night of all of your lives, because the Worlds Collide Tour saw a lot of success. And I think that if we were going to say anything about the Worlds Collide Tour at all, we should have at least said something nice about your favorite stars, because they had a chance to really let themselves be heard and to be known by more people than ever before. There are more people out there in this world who know who Freya Sky is. There are people who love Kylie Control with all of their heart because of events like the Worlds Collide Tour, milestone events that we all had a chance to experience. And I will never, no matter how old I live to be or how long I've been here on YouTube, I will never forget the profound impact that Descendants of Zombies and the Worlds Collide Tour had on my heart this past summer, because I got to sit here every night and I got to review Descendants of Zombies the way that it was forever and always meant to be reviewed. I always remembered wanting to be a part of these special conversations about Disney. I always remember being captivated by every character that Walt Disney himself would create. I was always a fan of the original nostalgic Disney characters, and that's why you see Winnie the Pooh and Sully and many others behind me, because I was always a fan of nostalgic characters from the very beginning, from the ground up. And I really seen Descendants of Zombies become something so special from the ground up with all of you. And it was an experience that really changed my life for the better, and one that I know that I will never ever forget. Because we can choose to sit here and we can choose to criticize your favorite stars without ever giving them much of a chance. But really, what is the point? What purpose is served when you do that? I think there are more people out there who have wanted to give this a chance, who have become believers in Descendants of Zombies, because no matter who we are, we all became stronger together, and we had a chance to really, ride this one through. And I think because we had a chance to ride this one through, we saw beautiful friendships happen. We saw these three girls, Kylie, Ruby, and Malia, become the best of friends and stay friends for forever. And I remember being so supportive of that and finding encouragement in that. And that's why I started encouraging people that you should become more friends with more people and hold those friends close, because you only ever have so many opportunities to really make moments like these matter. And I think that we've really carved our own legacies through the power of Descendants of Zombies. I know for a fact, and most certainly, that I've carved my own legacy because of the stories that I've shared with all of you and how much I've been made a believer in Descendants of Zombies and will continue to be for many years to come. I think that Descendants of Zombies has really had this profound way of touching more hearts than it's probably ever been given credit for or ever will be remembered for. And the one thing that I remembered that I promised myself that I was going to do, along with dedicating the rest of my life to uploading videos about Descendants of Zombies, was I was going to ensure their legacies. Ensure the legacies of your favorite stars, because they did deserve to have powerful legacies and a forever imprint left on these franchises that will go on to mean so much to all of their hearts. They have really big dreams of performing in Madison Square Garden, dreams of performing at Coachella, which is something that I want to make happen for them. And I promise you guys that as long as I'm alive and there's a breath left within me, I will make sure that happens for them. I know that Kylie Control said back on April 10th in a live feed that she had a dream of performing at Coachella. So give me time and I'll see what I can do, and I'll see what I can do for all your favorite stars in the way of putting them out there in the way that they deserve to be talked about, how they've always deserved to have something nice said about them, because no matter who they are or who you are, you've always deserved to have something nice said about you, and you deserve to be given a chance. Everybody deserves an equal opportunity at becoming a superstar. Everybody deserves an equal opportunity at achieving that dream, perhaps the biggest dream of all time. And I think that we can make that happen not only for Descendants of Zombie Stars, but we can make those dreams happen and become more of a reality for all of you, because you guys saw something special in every video that I ever had the honor to create, and obviously saw something special in me, and I can never seem to say thank you enough for having been with me from the very beginning. So from wherever you're watching this video, or from wherever you hear my voice this morning at only 9:06 a.m., which I know is really early for a lot of people, I would just like to simply take this opportunity and this chance to say thank you to so many wonderful people who have been with me from the very beginning. I never imagined that this YouTube channel would have went on to become everybody's favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, but it has. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you have shown this YouTube channel from its very beginning, and thank you so much for always and forever seeing something special in the videos that I had the chance to create for so many wonderful people. I never imagined that this YouTube channel would have went on to become everybody's favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, but it has, because of all of you. Having said that, I invite you to join me for another conversation that we will have just after sunset tonight once again about your favorite stars and their futures, because it's something I'm really excited to be a part of with all of you. Thank you so much for holding a very special place in your hearts for Descendants of Zombies, and as always, thank you so much for having chosen this YouTube channel as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, and for always and forever having watched these videos.